Hi, um, I'm going to attempt to explain how to convert MIDI files to mp3 files for playback on your mp3 player or for burning onto CDs. First of all, before you can do anything, you need iTunes. I use iTunes for this purpose, so go to apple.com, as you can see in the URL space, and then click on the the iPod and iTunes tab, and come to the right hand side here where you'll see download iTunes. Click on it and come to the right side of the box. I would just uncheck these two so that you don't get your mailbox inundated with all kinds of files. You don't have to put your email address, just click download now, and then save the file. I'm not going to save it because I've already got iTunes installed, so save the file in a location that you can easily find, like your desktop, and then double click on it and install iTunes to your computer. Now I've already got iTunes installed here, so I'll come over here. Oh yes, before we do that, okay, never mind. Let's come and do some configurations. Go to Edit, Preferences. In the General tab, go to Import Settings, select Import using mp3 encoder. Setting should be good quality, 128 kbps. That's sufficient for mp3. In fact, that's CD quality. And then click OK. Then go to the Advanced tab and note where the folder is located. In my case, it is in my E drive, and it's in this particular folder. Now make a note of this, because if you are going to move the folders to your mp3 player, you will need to know where the files are. Okay, if you're not satisfied with this location, then you can click change and select wherever you want the folder to be. Click OK, and then go to your email where Bessie has sent us the MIDI files. Now click on the download depending on your email software you're using. I happen to be using Gmail. I click on download and I save the file. Now the file will be saved in a folder that you choose, and then go back to iTunes. Presumably you would have downloaded all the files which Bessie sent you, and iTunes will identify them as QuickTime movie files. That's what iTunes calls MIDI files. Okay, so just highlight or click on that file that you want to convert, and then go to Advanced, create mp3 version. Now it will start to extract this particular file called God So Loved the World from MIDI to an mp3 format, because you've already made the settings in your previous edit preferences. So it's now converting this particular file. So it's done that. Now you can't see it here, so you need to click this because it's hidden at the top here. So there you are. And iTunes calls this file MPEG audio file. That's what an mp3 file is. So once you've got that, and if you've got a whole bunch of files here, what I would suggest is you create a playlist. Alright, click a new playlist and call this playlist and name it something which you want. In my case, I've named it Esquire 30th November 08 Ladies, and I put all the mp3 files in this location. And the next thing you do is to burn it to a CD, or as I mentioned earlier, if you remember the location of the um, files, in this case the location of the files is in this particular folder, then what you do is, depending on the kind of mp3 player you have, just you either drag the files to your mp3 player or use the software that comes together with your mp3 player. Otherwise, you would want to burn this to a CD. So what you would do is insert a CD into your computer, which I'm going to do. We'll wait for the CD drive to get ready. Okay, it says you've inserted the blank CD or DVD. To burn items on the disk, select the playlist that contains the items you want to burn, and then click burn disk. Sounds easy enough. So what I normally do, I don't even highlight files. I would just click on this particular playlist that I've created, which contains all the files, come down to burn disk. Here you'll need to set the burn settings, and there's only one thing you need to do, and that is to select the preferred speed. Now it's always better not to burn it at the maximum speed. I try to burn it as slowly as possible so that it would play back on most players and most computers. Some of the older computers may not be able to play back if you burn it at maximum possible speed. Make sure that mp3 is selected here, because in this case we are burning mp3 files. If you're burning a full wave files, then you would want to select audio CD, but in this case it's mp3 CD. So click burn and just wait for the burning to complete, and there you have it.